Well, it is November the 10th, and we've got our first little trace of snow, and it is cold. We went from short sleeves on Saturday to I don't know what it is right now. It was 26 when I left work. Feel like temperature was 16. Had 10 to 13 mile per hour winds. That's what my weather station said there in my classroom. But it's got to happen at some point. Might as well get it over with. Got me a fire going. I actually had started it yesterday because I knew the cold weather was on its way, and I bet I just thought I may have fogged you up. But anyways, started it yesterday, and come down here this morning, filled it full, turned the draft down. Still had some fire when I got home, and put some wood back in it and cranked the drafts back up, and letting it heat. But I had a few things I was going to show you this evening and discuss. First of all, I came down here yesterday and set these wheels out one more notch on the front end and got them where I wanted them. Now that I got a wider front end loader bucket, I can still use my small bucket, but it won't cut the tracks out like it did before. But my big bucket, I've got it, so I'm not too worried about it now. And what I had to do though was I had to take my centers off and flip the centers and take the dish off and put it back on, so it's at next to the widest setting on the front. I could set it out one more notch, but I don't think that's necessary. It lines up good. It's just a little bit more narrow than the back, and got everything lined up good. Before, this tire was setting in about halfway the rear tire, and it was setting inside of it a little, but the insides are lined up about right, or maybe a little bit that way of the inside of the rear tire, I don't know. So we'll try that and see how it goes. I skinned my hub up a little bit. I'm gonna have to get me some paint and touch that back up. They're painted green, and then they come back and paint the yellow later. When I took that wheel off, it's a tight fit, and I sort of scratched it. I'll have to get me a little yellow paint and touch it up. Another thing, I'm gonna put some pictures in here of a dual bale spear we made at school for a cattle farmer over here on Sandy Ridge on Ralph Stanley Highway, and put some pictures of the spear when we had it, and it in use. He come and picked it up yesterday, and he's feeding with it today, and sent me some pictures of it. And we put 4 spears on it, so we can carry 2 bales side by side. 2 4x5s is what he's using, and then made a trash basket to where he can carry his net wrap or twine or whatever the bales are wrapped in, shove it in there and haul his trash home. And that basket is removable. You can kind of tell. I'll show a picture of it as well. But he said he really liked it. We made it out of 3-inch square tubing, 1/4-inch wall thickness, and hopefully it'll hold up good for him. I told him if he wants to see it start cracking, any welds or anything, let me know, and we would make it right. But I think it'll hold up okay. Got the white International moved inside. It'll be parked inside most of the winter when it's not being used. And I need to find a warm day here soon and wash it good and put it back in here and clean the wheels up and wax the paint and everything. If I can find a day to wash it, then I can do the rest of that on some days like today when it's bad and there's nothing else to do. But I don't like leaving this truck outside much in the winter time with all the snow and the freezing and everything. Try to keep it pretty good shape because it's a 1992 and it's got the original paint job on it, which is still pretty good shape. So trying to keep it that way, which of course the hot heat in the summer is worse on it than sitting out in the winter. So, but still I try to put it inside when I can. Been debating on getting some fender flares for this tractor. I can't decide if I'd like them or not. They make some fender extensions, plastic, that go on there, and in a way I like them, and in a way I like the way the tractor looks without them. Got mixed emotions about it. I think I've mentioned that in the past, but kind of believe I'd like them. Took my windshield back apart, painted the frame and stuff for it, and that's removable. I can take it back off this spring when the warm weather hits, but it sure helps keep the cold air knocked off of you. One other thing I'd like to get for this tractor is they make a step. You change this battery box door out, and they make one that's got a right hand step made onto that battery box door, but it also comes with a new exhaust pipe with a shield on it, or it comes with the shield that you put on this exhaust pipe one. I think it comes up with the pipe and the shield, I'm not sure. Not terribly bad priced for what you get. I've also considered trying to make one for this side to go on that battery box. I'd like to have one on both tractors, but for no more than they cost and things, and with that exhaust shield, especially on the 5045, like if it's regenning or something, it gets awful hot, and it might be good to have it. Just to, wouldn't really be something you'd get on and off from this side with much, but there's times I'd like to step up there and grab something. I always usually carry stuff over here on this side of the tractor, and if I had that step, it'd be easy to step up there and reach over and grab a hold of things and stuff. But it probably wouldn't be a good idea to get on and off on this side, especially with the loader on the tractor. You don't want to hit that lever and do something crazy with it, but still kind of like it and like the looks of it on there. But maybe something I'll add one of these days, we'll see. Not real sure what I'm gonna do for videos this winter. We come up here on a field trip and did a lot of my oil changes and service work, and I may throw some clips of that in here. I've been a little bit leery. I got permission to show it, but still a little bit leery of posting it. Some people, I don't know, some people aren't too nice on YouTube, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I want to go back through that video and maybe put some, or through the footage that I filmed and put some clips of that in right here on this one. But we changed oil in the International, the white International, both John Deere's, changed the transmission fluid, or not transmission fluid, but transmission filters, air filters, and the farm track, we changed oil and hydraulic filters and hydraulic oil. What I did on the farm track is I put John Deere hydraulic oil back in it because of where we use the remotes on it, and the John Deere's on the same equipment. It keeps that oil from mixing. It'll all be John Deere oil now. And the universal hydraulic oil, I've heard sometimes can break down the brake linings on John Deere's. I don't know if it would or not, but don't want to take a chance on it, and so we just went ahead and changed it out. No more than that oil was, and no more than that tractor holds. It was worth doing to be on the safe side with it. But supposed to warm back up here in the next few days, and we'll try to get into something to show you all, but it may be a little bit slow for a little bit unless I come up with some jobs and projects to do that I'm not expecting. I'm not real good at just making up stuff. I know a lot of these people on YouTube are always coming up with things to post and do videos on and that type of thing. I'm just not really that type of person. It's kind of more of what's actually happening, I guess, than just creating something to do a video on like I'm doing right now. 67. I was attempting to try to figure out how to use this filter wrench here. Looks like he's struggling a little bit. Slide it up towards the top more. Now, just pull down on it. Slide it back. You can't ratchet it. You gotta slide your wrench. Somebody put it on too far. Pull all the way down. Keep going. Huh. Starting to get loose now, ain't it? Yeah. Now take your wrench off and do it by hand. And just try to, like when you bring the filter out, try to make sure it don't get in the floor.
That's what I was gonna do, pull the pan back over.
Y'all got that in drain yet? Well, I got paper towels if you need them. I may have some more gloves somewhere, I don't know. Remember, it's dripping over there still. Okay, that there will work. I don't like them horizontal mallet filters much.
Hard to get off.
Well, they don't leave a lot of room either, do they? Now just flip it upside down. And check, did the gasket come off or with it? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just let that drain a little bit and then get some paper towels and clean it up. Give John the filter number and have him get us one over.
John, you already see how smooth this is about to be? DZ11.
Yeah, write that down so we know what we're using. That way I can buy them back. Did you put John Deere? Put out dash JD out from it or something. Okay. Okay, just put it on there and hand tighten it, and then we'll put just a little bit with the wrench. Somebody tightened it too tight last time, probably me. Because I was the one that did it. How many quarts are in a gallon?
Why look at me for it?
This is stuff y'all should know.
Can't remember. You tell us. I know, but I should know it.
Aren't they 4 quarts in a gallon? So if you got 2.5 gallons, how many quarts is that in that jug?
I don't know. Be 8.
Yeah.
So there's 2 gallons. Another half would be what, 2?
So how many quarts?
10.
10 quarts in the jug, and we need 9 quarts. Alright, got Zach putting the shield back on for the fan and fan belt. Isaac's trying to get this hydraulic filter off. This one's easier to get to than the one on the 5067. And I've got the new one here, ready to hand him. Alright, O-ring come off, didn't it?
Yep.
Here you go. Just make sure this one stays on when you put it back up there.
I'll get that in just a second.
Got it a little bit. There you go. A Kubota branded filter, and this one's a John Deere, but I don't see
What's the difference?
any difference at all. See, it's about the diameter. Hold the fronts together.
I know some.
Yeah. Go ahead and put that in. No, it don't thread. It just shoves in there tight.
You sure these fit in here? No, look like it should.
Put it back up there. I don't know.
Let's get the other one. You get it?
Yeah. It had a little inner cone that it had to go back in.
Yeah.
I should have an arrow to line it up.
Arrow? Yeah.
That was a little dirtier than the other one, ain't it? You see that little inner, like, plastic ring? You gotta get it inside off. There you go.
Yeah. You want us to close this now?
No. Because we gotta top it off with oil and blow the radiator out and stuff. So, the newer engines are all computerized. That's the computer system right here in the front. This particular engine is, as far as the emissions, has a diesel particulate filter, which is right up here. That builds up suck content, and on this tractor, about every 100 hours, it will go through a regen cycle where it burns that out, gets really hot, and it burns that filter out and cleans it. It's a common rail. You've got a high pressure pump that pressurizes your fuel. It goes to this common rail system. Each line goes to an injector. The injectors are electronic. When the computer tells the injector to deliver fuel, it will deliver the fuel to that cylinder and make it fire. The other tractors we'll work on later is mechanical, so they have an injection pump, and it's timed, so it delivers fuel by the rotation of the engine. These are controlled electronically, and they can give like so much different bursts of fuel depending on trying to clean the emissions up or how ever they want the engine to run. The turbo is right in here, and it pulls air from your air filter, comes in. The charge air comes back through a intercooler. It's cooled down, and then it enters back into the engine to create the boost. The exhaust turns the turbo. That's what makes it spin. So it sucks air in, and then it blows it back into the engine to give boost and increase horsepower. This other tractor, they've changed it. as far as the emissions primarily, it's got the same fuel system with the common rail and high pressure pump and things, but you can see the computer's a lot smaller on this one, and it doesn't have the diesel particulate filter, so it doesn't have to go through that regen and things. It's got a diesel oxidation catalyst up there. It's sort of like a muffler. It's got a bunch of precious metals and different types of things in it that helps when it gets hot. It helps clean the air and the smoke up and puts it back out. It don't go through a regen cycle. It's got an EGR. The EGR valve's on the other side, but what happens, there's exhaust gases comes from the exhaust manifold into this EGR cooler, so that cools that exhaust gases down with water. It's got like fins in it like a radiator. It circles back through and goes to the EGR valve. When that EGR valve opens, it dumps that basically dirty air, the smoke coming out of the engine, a portion of it back into the cylinders and reburns it to clean it up. So that's the main difference between the two. But as far as the functioning of the fueling and the turbos and all that on this one and that, they're the same engines actually. Even though this one's got more horsepower, they're just tuned different. They're the exact same engine as far as the components in them. All right, John. What was your favorite part of the day?
Splitting some wood.
Yeah. We got quite a bit done in what, about an hour out here messing around.
Right.
Yeah, shoot. Did y'all have fun?
Oh yeah, I love it.
I appreciate y'all helping.
Yeah.
I don't believe we're gonna get John to quit. He's liking this splitting wood thing. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you will, please like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll talk to you later.